Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day and enjoying life to the fullest, because today I am going to be enjoying my life to the fullest. So as you see, I am in the car, I'm in the old Stormtrooper, and I'm going out to go chase. So I just happened to notice, like yesterday and today, that there's a good chance for storms. We got a huge cold front coming in. Here in Missouri where I'm at, it's going to be dropping from the low 40s down into the 20s. So it's about a 20% or a 20 degree drop in temperature. So it's real steep gradient and whatnot, and a hard temperature drop. So I was like, I just kind of wonder if there's any storms expected to happen in that time. So I was looking at it, and it looks like there might be something over in Oklahoma, and then I saw one of my friends on Facebook posted up, hey, it's game on, it's time to go chase. And yeah, he's going out to Oklahoma as well. I think he's targeting the Oklahoma City area, which does look pretty good. The storm looks a lot better. South of Tulsa, Oklahoma, there were a nice little chain of storms going down, which are always nice, little secluded supercells, and possible tornadoes. All the perimeters and models and stuff like that don't really show a good chance of tornadoes or tornadic activity. But you never know. I don't know these cold systems, or if this is actually a cold core system. I think it is, but again, I don't know for sure. I don't know really how to forecast these as much as I do a springtime storm in May, something like that. I've kind of gotten that down, but this is going to be a little bit different. So maybe just having that big temperature swing and the convection that's going to go along with it, and the helicity, which is okay, maybe that might be enough. The Cape isn't really there, but maybe some of the other perimeters might be able to produce a tornado. I don't know. I think the chances are a lot more up on the northern storm towards Oklahoma City compared to south of Tulsa. But it looks like south of Tulsa might be some beautiful photogenic storms. Now I'm gonna have to keep track of the models because it's diminished a little bit. It's been the most reliable for the last week or so. It keeps saying, yes, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And the College of DuPage, there's a nice supplementary area for models, and you can compare them with a slider for each, not a week, but maybe a couple days or a day on each model run from midnight on, or whenever it is. You can compare all the different models and what the different models are saying. So the one up in Oklahoma City, it was varying a lot. It might be the middle of the state, it might be the panhandle, then it moves in a little more, then it's going to be big, then small. The ones south of Tulsa are pretty much all the same, but it did change on the last run. So, I got the heater kicking. What was I thinking? So it's been pretty consistent south of Tulsa. I'm gonna go ahead and drive. It's gonna be 4.5 hours at least. I've got a lot of gas, fuel. I'm using the same fuel, but I got a lot of gas in the tank right now, so I'll be able to drive a little bit. So I'm gonna put a couple hours down. I'm gonna check the models over the next couple hours and see what that consistency is doing, and then I'll make up my mind from there. As always, I'll probably change my mind, but you know, who knows? It's probably going to be one of those two places, just North Oklahoma or Southeast Oklahoma. So that's planned for the day. Hopefully I'll be able to get something, at least some structure. Cross my fingers, get lucky for a tornado, but I'm kind of doubting it. So, all right, I'm in Missouri right now. I got a long ways to go. I will not bore you with that. I might put up a little road shot or something, but I'm going to hit the road. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah. So just a quick update real quick. Let me turn the AC off because it's loud. The car's loud enough as it is. So I am out here in Oklahoma. I got basically to the area I wanted to be at and hit a lot of construction, about 5 miles going over a bridge of this lake, and traffic just came to a stop. So I burned up a lot of time, but I had a lot of time to look around in the sky. And out to the east, I started seeing some stuff kind of blowing up, some good storms building and everything. And I couldn't see it on my radar. And about 10 minutes later, I started seeing little blips on the radar way over in Arkansas. So still pretty far away, but I can see them like they're pretty close, but they're not really that close. So I went back to the HER model to kind of verify what was going on. And over the next 2 hours since last time I talked, it went further east on the predictions and further north on the predictions. So basically turned around. It was only about 5 miles, and I got back to Interstate 40, and now I can just beeline, not as quick as I want, but a whole lot quicker than these back roads. Kick it up to a good speed, and I'm heading east towards the Arkansas border. It seems like that's where they're firing a little bit more. The Oklahoma City storms are still firing as planned, but this was the most reliable model to model, run to run. So I went with this one. Whether or not that Oklahoma City area storm really blows up, we'll see. I'm not going to be there for it. But these storms are looking pretty good. I'll flip the camera around here in a second so you can see what I'm looking at, but it's not too impressive right now, but hopefully it becomes something. But anyway, I'm heading over to the Arkansas border, and I'm going to cut south just a little bit, and Fort Smith is where I'm going to cut south. So that's about where I'm going to be. Fort Smith is like right on the border of Arkansas and Oklahoma. So that is the plan for now. I'm going to head on over there and see if I can get in front of one of these storms. They're still looking pretty good. They look like singled out supercells. So that's going to be great as long as I can get a view, because the further east you go, the more trees you get, the less storm you can see. So that's what makes them so dangerous on the East Coast. So it's going to be getting into that territory a little bit into Arkansas, but I've seen a lot of great viewpoints. Like right now, it would be perfect. It's nice and clear. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, just wanted to update the video and tell you what's going on heading east. So I caught up to some storms here. I am down in Arkansas, kind of out in the Ozarks, in these small little towns, 500-600 population. Some interesting little towns, pretty cool. But as you can see, I obviously have caught up to a storm, but the problem is they are not going the direction that I thought they were going to be going. So a little bit of a fail on that note. They were supposed to be going a little more north, and the shear was supposed to kind of shear off the storms to create a nice little cyclonic supercell. But these, the shear is going the same direction as the storms are, which causes basically a lot of rain, as you can see the rain. So I'm on the storm right now. I'll go ahead and show it to you. It's a good little storm, but there's a whole chain of them that are gonna end up turning into a linear system, I'm sure at some point. It's doing a pretty good job of keeping them single right now. But yeah, it's hard to get into a good position. The one that I'm on right now looks a little better on the top of it. There is a little more clearing. That's the blue sky that you see. I'm kind of trying to get to that point. And there's a lot of circulation on the top left corner, let's say the northwest corner of the storm. So being that it's an easterly moving storm, that kind of makes sense. I see that a lot. So should have probably stayed. It looked good on the south part, but that didn't work out. So I'm kind of going through a little bit of the rain right now, just to try to get up north and get into a little better position. So we'll see if that works. This one right here is a storm north of it. The storm I'm going for is to the left, but there's a little bit of that clearing there, so I'm going to try to get in the clearing. Yeah, and I do want to add as well that these storms aren't really putting out much lightning. I mean, there are 2 lightning bolts on this huge storm, and that's it. I mean, nothing. There's a pretty good hail core developed into it. but yeah, not a lot of lightning. There were a couple bolts earlier on the north side of it. That's one reason I went up to the north. I'd just be happy getting a lightning bolt at least. But yeah, not much for lightning. Sucks. It's an awesome storm though. So anything to just get out and see some good rainfall, maybe some hail, I'll take it. It's better than sitting at home on the couch, that's for dang sure. I've been cooped up at the house for a long time and just working on projects and stuff, so yeah, definitely nice to get out. This is real nice. So anyway, I continue on. Alright, so I just pulled over at a place. I saw a little hill and gave me a little bit of elevation to maybe get something, and I might have gotten something in that, I don't know. We'll see. It's a good storm. I can see the whole storm. Shooting it at 15 millimeter really pushes it away. I'm like right under the cell. So yeah. And it was actually right next to a graveyard where I pulled over, so I tried to incorporate that in real quick, but the rain started again real fast. Had about 30 seconds or so to shoot a whole bunch of pictures and jump back in the car, so you can hear it starting to pour again. And it does look like there's significant hail in this storm. It's died down a little bit now that I'm looking at it, but it's definitely, there's a lot of pink and white in there, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to chance it. I'm right on the edge of it right now, pouring down rain, and I want to get out of this, so I'm gonna start going. Rumble strip. So I've pretty much gotten out of it, and looking back on the storm, it's pretty incredible. There's a nice golden rain shaft coming down out of the middle of it, with a little bit of sunset behind it lighting it up. I don't really have a good spot to pull over and shoot it. Actually right here, maybe the back road to a Walmart. Seems like a fairly open field. I'll see if I can get something here, but yeah, it's a pretty impressive looking storm. Lots of wind. I am seeing a lot of leaves blowing about 20 to 50 feet in the air, blowing straight across the road. I was thinking it might have been hail at first, knocking the leaves off, but it is fall. A lot of the leaves are falling anyway, so it could just be wind or hail. Not sure, but ooh, a lightning bolt. There's hope after all, but yeah, it's windy. It's the wind kicking the leaves off. But we'll see. I'm gonna try this Walmart parking spot and see if I can get some sort of view of the storm as it rolls by. I think I'm north of it. It was a little confusing because I'm right on the radar. It's at Fort Leonard or something like that. I don't even know where I am. But it's a military base, and it cuts out when you get so close. So I wasn't able to see some of the storm I just drove through. I thought it would have been cleared up by now, but it didn't, but I got through it. I'm on the other side, so I'm gonna go see if I can get a picture. Ooh, that wind. And the power just went out. Went back on, so yeah. It's getting interesting. Alright, so I don't know if any of those came out. Probably not. Not a very good foreground. A couple semi trucks waiting for deliveries. A little bit of dead grass and a neighborhood off in the distance, but sometimes you got to take what you can get. Not a lot of chances for any sort of composition or scenery on the shots here, because it's most of it, 80% of it maybe, is covered by trees on the side of the road. There's no view, so whenever I get a chance of a clearing or something like that, I got to take what I got. So all right, turn my camera off. However that turns out, I'll post it. You know how I am. Yeah, I'll probably post the other one too, but you already saw it by now, so it's kind of pointless to say it, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and move on, keep going north, see if I can maybe get around the other side of this storm where there's no rain and no wind, there's actually a lot of wind on that side. There's a big inflow on the storm. So I'll try to get over there. Also on the bright side is I got storms just lined up one after another, so I can just kind of reposition myself to different spots and get in position for the next storm. Yep, word. Oh, it's a one-way. Gotta figure out how to get out of here. There's gotta be a stoplight at a Walmart. We got rogue shopping carts flying across the parking lot. Could have flipped that around for you guys. Too late though. All right. Okay, so I'm getting out of the storm. Now I'm just gonna look for a place I can pull over that's got somewhat of a view, but I'm kind of in a small city. It's Fort Smith is where I'm at. So, yeah, there's not many opportunities unless I'm on the top of a bridge, but that's not really safe or legal to pull over on and take pictures. So I'm not gonna do it. That's a nice view though, isn't it? Coming out of the deep, dark depths of the storm. All right, hopefully I'll be able to find a place to pull over. What a view, what a view. I don't know if I'm gonna get what I want, but I'm back at another Walmart because they happen to have some nice good clearings around the store for whatever reason. Slug bug. Yeah, so I'll just see if I can actually get pointed towards the storm. Go from there. It's back behind me now. This is a different storm right here. I just saw a lightning bolt. Huh. Huh. I might try to get some lightning. Yeah, it's starting to kick some lightning out. All right. So I'm going to get under a whole bunch of power lines and tall poles because the lightning's starting up. Sometimes storm chasing isn't the smartest thing to do. Okay, so I know the audio is going to be crap. Now I'll try to talk loud and kind of close. But yeah, I just want to kind of show you real quick what I'm looking at. Getting some lightning kicking up. Some nice gold over here. Got these nice flowers. There's a lot of green up in that area right there. And just a beautiful storm. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the GoPro down. I am not using my trigger, so I'm manually hitting the button, so I need to be there to get the shot. So I'm gonna go try to get some shots. So it's getting pretty dark, as you can see, so I'm not even gonna try to film myself right now. All the lights in this car are behind me. I'm gonna have to figure out something for that. So most of the lightning bolts, all the lightning bolts were inner cloud. Really no CGs at all. I saw one that was faint. It was back in the rain, and that was about it. I just saw kind of one in front of me. I couldn't see the bottom of it, so I don't know if it looped around back into the cloud or if that was a CG or not. But if it wasn't for those dang power lines, I could have gotten some better pictures there. But I think I got one lightning bolt just kind of peeking out of the clouds. I guess that's going to have to do. You know, for a tank of gas, though, you know, was it really worth it? Hell yeah, it was. It was just nice to get out. So I am going to start heading northbound. I have plenty of storms all around me, so I'm going to see what I can do here. Just to mention as well, I'm not using a lightning trigger. I'm just using manual button pushing, to say it any other way, for getting the picture. So I just haven't had much luck with the old lightning trigger. I know a lot of people do, but whatever I'm doing, I don't. I've tried a lot of different scenarios. Anyway, that was the deal. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find a high point that's got some sort of clearing here, because there's still plenty of lightning, and this is the time of day to where the lightning just goes off the hook. So I would like to really find a place to pull over and get a nice clear view of the sky. You know, I mean, you can see there's clouds, trees just about everywhere right here, and that's the way it's been. So if I find another place, I'll get back to you. Otherwise, I'll come back with a closing. Hey, so as you can see, I am home. This is a different day. So as I was chasing that storm, I got in some really good positions and just wasn't able to find a good clearing to get a shot. So I was going back on the highway, and I'd pull off on just random roads, just hoping that I could kind of get over to the side of the mountain that I was on, and maybe make a turn and have an overlook of some sort, a parking lot. Lots of churches in that area, so maybe a church parking lot or something like that. But yeah, really, I just wasn't able to get anything, so I didn't really film anything past that point. Ended up just kind of driving home, and that was the end of the chase. So figured I'd give you a little explanation to the closing of it, since it just kind of cut off. So that's what happened. Wish I could have gotten a little bit more, but I got a few good pictures out of it, and I had a good time. Not totally happy with all the pictures and stuff like that. They weren't bad, but I was really hoping for a little bit better, some structure or something like that. But anyway, I will go ahead and close. So if you watched it to the end of this video, I really appreciate it. If you like this video or like storm chasing videos, you know what to do to help me out. I'd appreciate it. Till next time, I will see you guys.